Guess who killed Natalie Bollinger? His name is Joseph Michael Lopez, and he is serving 48 years in it. 48 years for shooting Natalie Bollinger in the head with her boyfriend's 9mm Glock 19. It's 6 to 15 inches away from her head. Oh, she was on her knees. She was at Macintosh Dairy outside of Thornton, Colorado. She had on a black hoodie, black pants, black shoes, and mismatched socks. And Joseph Michael Lopez blew her brains out with her boyfriend's own 9mm Glock 19. Now, because of the rampant abuse that I endured both before and after Natalie's death, the conversations between her and Joseph Michael Lopez need to be made public, as well as her diary. The world needs to know who I really am, not who I was made out to be by predators. Yeah, I get that you love your family. When your family are fucking child molesters, you helping them out only helps them to hurt others. Your daddy's a goddamn meth junkie who fucking rapes you. What the fuck is wrong with you protecting him? Harming innocent fucking people because you're fucking embarrassed. Slandering people's names. Are you fucking insane? On the bright side, at least I told the fucking truth, not that anybody gave a shit. They're too busy bullying me, talking over me, and pretending that this is something that you just get to walk away from. It isn't. Alright. It's fucking colder than a cast iron commode in the shady side of an iceberg. It's really not that chilly, but I'm fucking cold. So James Murphy typed on his paperwork, and I do this with all this paperwork, don't I? No matter who it's from, I go through the paperwork. Take me to Tillamook Public Library.
Okay, Tillamook County Library. Here we go.
I'm gonna go to Center Market and get warm and spend a couple of dollars of Uncle Sam's money. It's not enough to sustain myself, but what the fuck? It'll keep me warm for a few minutes and get me a hot goddamn coffee.
Tillamook County Library may be closed by the time you...
I don't give a shit. I'm not going to the library. I just don't want it to stop using my fucking MapQuest when I get to the goddamn Center Market. You like that I talk to the smartphone? I just want to see how smart it is. Does it develop over time? Bad joke.
Continue on for 1 mile.
Natalie Bollinger was my best friend. She was my best friend by default. All of my other friends threw me away when I hurt my back and couldn't be their free bitch for a while. That's when the cops decided they were gonna pounce. How dare I be injured while homeless? What the fuck is going on here? There you go. Slow down a little bit. Alright, there we go. Yeah, Natalie Bollinger was a real person, not a figment of my imagination. Them youngins are real people, not figments of my imagination. Ray Rao is a real person, not a figment of my imagination. Why don't you motherfuckers knock your shit off? Pull your heads out of your asses and do your goddamn job. Why don't you teach your children to be decent excuses for fucking human beings?
Take the next right onto Front Street, then turn left on the Stalking.
Any idea how many sex crimes your children
Take the next right onto
and
Front Street, then
Tillamook
turn left on the
committed
Stalking.
on my channel? Whoa, come on, fucking get him. There he goes.
Take the next right onto 2nd Street, then your destination will be on the left.
Natalie Bollinger was a junkie who fucking lied.
Take
She
the
was
next right
embarrassed
onto
and
3rd
didn't
Street,
want to get
then
in
turn
trouble
right
for her
onto Stonewall Avenue.
decisions. Maddie Boa lied because she's a fucking junkie who didn't want to get in trouble for her decisions. Grace Orn was an alcoholic who lied because she didn't want to take any responsibility for her alcoholism. Same thing with Ryan Ingersoll. Same thing with Shannon Alvarado.
Turn right onto 8th Street.
You also get to hear exactly the same behaviors out of Christian when I say anything about him drinking or doing drugs. He acts just like Shannon Alvarado, just like any other fucking junkie. You can't tell them anything about how their drugs or their alcoholism affects you. How dare you? It's their right. They're an adult. They should be allowed. Like those people who wanted to come up next to my vehicle the other night and just start talking super fucking loud and then drive home drunk. Welcome to Tillamook. They do the same shit in Chapel, Nebraska. Same exact goddamn thing. Y'all fucked up by targeting me. The Bollinger family fucked up by targeting me. Maddie Boa fucked up by targeting me. Oh, wait. There was no consequences for any of them for the crimes that they committed against me. Karma finally caught up with those motherfuckers. Isn't that what you want to blame? Karma? Let's go inside for a couple of minutes of warmth. I'm going to actually leave my keys on, leave my phone in here. Hopefully it'll charge up a bit. James Murphy, Oregon license plate number HD 44648, has been stalking me since Hood River. He stalked me in Hood River and the police refused to do their jobs there. They just let him continue to do it. Sent me around in circles, refused to allow me a place in peace and quiet, forced me to go to the public library to do these things. Wanted to force me to pay them money to get the evidence of the crimes committed against me. That's right. When Hood River Police Department and Sheriff's Department both worked together to make me a target in Hood River, Oregon. When I was too broke to fucking feed myself. Had to fly a fucking sign. Spending my money going around to all the resources I'm told to go to. My vehicle breaking down over and over and over again because it's fucking old. What was the consequence of that? Murphy, James Murphy, tried to assault me the day after they told him that I was... Well, first of all, he had the impression that I was the guy with the rocks. But they told Logan and Shayna, and that old guy, who turned out to be James Murphy, the cops there told them that I was friends with the guy that I had just given a cigarette, just met. He might have been a guy that I had talked to once before, I'm not for certain. It wasn't the first time that police had harassed me, assuming that I was that guy. That dude had no facial hair. None. Not even a little bit of facial hair. And they came and fucking harassed me over it. And if it hadn't been for the people who work at the Astro there in Hood River, they might have fucking shot me. Thank goodness that lady's response was immediate, instead of what my friend's response was, which is, "Oh, dude, I'm busy this weekend." "Oh, dude, can't you do it yourself? Come on, man." No, it doesn't fucking work that way. They don't look for the fucking predator. They look for a free fucking scapegoat. They press false charges, and then they try to fucking bully you into a guilty plea with a promise of letting you go. The victim never gets to identify you, never has to. They pick a fucking hobo at random and fucking railroad them. So, by the night that they went up there and tried pulling that shit, I finally got to meet the guy who was walking around with the rocks. He was soaking wet, had no shoes, no socks, no shirt. I gave him some clothes so he could fucking warm up. I rolled him a fucking cigarette. I gave him some shoes. That's when Logan came over and asked for a cigarette. And I gave him a cigarette too. And the cops told Logan and Shayna and James Murphy that I was doing drugs with that man in my vehicle, that he was a friend of mine. So James Murphy wants to pretend that I'm stalking him, and he wants to claim that I killed somebody. Really? Because I have recordings with actual fucking witnesses about the situation with him. About his rampant stalking. About me trying to turn it in Hood River. Me having to go to the Dalles to try to turn it in. Me having to flee that area because of people like him and crooked fucking cops. And a lot of other people that didn't like being recorded, just like in Chapel, Nebraska, just like here. Well, one of these people who's a hate monger making the same fucking thing over and over and over again. What are the chances that this is James Murphy again? See, he's been pulling that because it hurt his pride. Hide user on this channel. That's pretty fucking easy to do on YouTube. Now, when I tried to turn him in, I was blown off by police, not given the option of making a report at the very beginning. And then later on, when they wanted to tell me I could make a report, I didn't have the money to do anything. And I was being victimized by the homeless community wholesale. I shouldn't have to fucking record. But I did. I recorded a lot of predators there. And a lot of predatory actions by the police, by their dispatch, the same thing as here. Dispatch will bully you like a motherfucker. When they find out you're trying to turn in cops, when they realize that you're homeless, or if they hear the term mentally ill. God damn, they'll pounce on that. With the head games played for the last 11 months, over a reputation that is undeserved. I don't stalk people, and me recording him stalking me all the way from fucking Hood River. He left the day that I did and came to the place that I did. You knock your fucking shit off, motherfuckers. And Tillamook clan. Tillamook Sheriff's Department. Tillamook Police Department. You're gonna have to put me in the ground to shut me up. Ask Dual County Sheriff Scott DaCosta. Ask registered Nebraska sex offender Robert Franklin Mornick. Ask officers Jai Rogers and Detective Peterson. Ask Sarah Nelson. Ask Michelle DeCini. Ask Polly Olson. Ask Maddie Boa. Ask Alicia Bollinger. Ask Todd Ryan Case. Ask Eric Christopher Schwartz. Ask Tara Lee Hicks. Will I shut up if you don't put a bullet hole in my head? No, I won't. The best any of these pieces of shit were able to do was lock me in the hole where nobody would hear me. Maybe you should stop helping predators and start doing your fucking jobs, you fucking pieces of shit.